Okay, we're going to look at factorising today. Factorising is the opposite of expanding, really. Okay, factorising is taking out a common factor of two numbers to turn the problem into a multiplication. Okay, so when we start with something that looks like this, 2y plus 6, I can take it and turn it into, let's go to orange. Okay, I can go and factorize it, taking out a factor, and turn it into a multiplication. In this case, we've got the 2 is multiplying by what's in the brackets, y plus 3. So let's take a look at how we do that. Okay, with our first worked example, 3x take 9. I need a number that goes into the terms. Okay, so the terms that I have here are 3x and negative 9. Okay, so what goes into 3 and 9? Well, 3 goes into 3 and 9. So I'm going to take out the factor 3, and then I'm going to put a bracket. Okay, so let's look at our first part here. If I took out the 3, how do I make this by multiplying by 3? Okay, well 3 times 1 is going to be the 3 here, and then I have an x. Okay, I didn't take the x out the front, so the x has to stay inside the brackets. Now let's just check this. Okay, 3 times x gets us 3x. So we're on the right track. Now I've got my takeaway. Okay, and let's look at the next half. We've got 9. I need a number to multiply by 3 out the front here to get to 9. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. So I've got 3 there, and we close our bracket. Let's test whether it works. Okay, so we've got 3 times x gets us 3x. We've got our takeaway, and then 3 times 3 equals 9. So what we have is 3x take 9. The answer to simplifying it is this. 3 bracket x take 3. It's a really important skill because it means that you can turn a subtraction or an addition problem into a multiplication problem. And you can only cancel out when you are using multiplication. Let's try another one. 4x take 8. Okay, well, what goes into both 4x and 8? Well, 4 goes into both of those, so let's take out the 4 out the front. Okay, I didn't take out the x because this side does it. This end doesn't have an x in it. Okay, so I'll keep my x in there, and let's check. That's 4 times x gets us 4x. Yep. Take away 4 times what gets us 8? 4 times 2. So that should work. Let's test it out. Okay, 4 times x is 4x, that's right. Take away 4 times 2 is 8, so that gets us 4x take 8. Okay. So our answer for factorising this one is 4 bracket x take 2. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay. X squared plus 7x. Okay, we've got two terms here, and this one's slightly different because both the terms have got an x in it. Okay, now that's what we're looking for. We're looking for factors that are in both terms. So we can, for this one, take out an x because x shows up in both terms. Okay, is there a number that rocks up in both one? No. Okay, the first term doesn't have a number at the front, or what we call a coefficient, so I can't take out a number at the front, but I can see that they both have x's, so I'm going to take out an x out the front. Okay, what times x gets us our x squared at the front? Well, x times x is x squared, so let's put an x there. Okay, we'll put our plus in the middle, and then x times what gets us our 7x on the end? Well, x times 7 will get us that. Let's test that works. Okay, we've got x times x is x squared. Yes. Plus x times 7 is 7x. Yes, that works. Okay, so the answer to factorising x squared plus 7x comes down to x bracket x plus 7. What about this one here? This one's tricky. Okay, negative 9y squared plus 63. Wow. Okay. Well, remember we're just looking for a factor that's common to both of the terms. In this case, we've got negative 9y squared is one term, 63 is another term. Okay, so what goes into what? Let's look at the numbers first. We've got 9 and 63. Okay, or negative 9 and 63. Well, 9 goes into both of those. 9 goes into both of the 9 goes into 63 7 times. Okay, so let's take out our 9 out the front. Well, change to black. Okay, we'll take out our 9 out the front. Now, what do I have to multiply 9 by to get this? Well, the y squared, we didn't take the y squared out because we didn't have any y's in the end. So the y squared is going to have to stay. But I want negative 9y squared. Okay, so what I could do is I could actually make that negative y squared. So 9 times negative y squared is going to be negative 9y squared. And we have our plus, okay, and then 9 times, we said 9 times 7 is 63. Let's check this out. Okay, we've got 9 times negative y squared is negative 9y squared. 9 times 7 is 63. That's correct. What about one more? Okay, 2a squared, 2a cubed plus 10a squared. Well, let's take a look at our terms. We've got 2a cubed, 10a squared. Okay, notice how there's numbers and letters in both of them. We've got our, I'll go here, we've got a 2 and a 10. What goes into 2 and 10? Okay, well, 2 goes into both of those, so let's take out a 2 at the front. But also, there's an a in both of those. There's actually more than one a in both of them. There's 3, there's a cubed here, and there's a squared here. So let's take out this whole bit, a squared, because it fits into this one. Okay, so I'm going to take out a squared. Now, if I have 2a squared and and I want to find this, I want to get to that. Okay, well, what's missing? Well, the 2's fine. 2 times whatever, 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so that'll be fine. The a squared, and I've got a cubed, so I need to find another a, so I'm going to have to put another a in there. Okay, we've got our plus, and then we have 2 times something to get the 10. Okay, well, that's going to be 5 because 2 times 5 is 10. And we've got a squared here, but I've already taken out a squared. So if I don't need to put him inside the brackets because he's already outside. And when he multiplies, it'll be fine. Let's test that out, shall we? Okay. We've got 2a squared times a. That's going to be 2a cubed because we've gained an a. And 2a squared times 5, 2 times 5 is 10, and when we keep the a squared, oh look, that's what we started with. That's what we want. So, to factorize, let's get rid of all of the rubbish around here. Okay, to factorize 2a cubed plus 10a squared, take out the factor 2a squared out of the front, and then you've got this inside the brackets, a plus 5. Okay,